This Air Force KC-10 may not look much like Santa's sleigh, but rarely has old Saint Nick carried such important gifts. Marking the successful completion of a year-long project by AMEDICausa. This airlift is bringing desperately needed equipment and supplies to more than 30 fire departments across the Central American country. AMEDICausa began by traveling many thousands of miles, gathering donated fire and rescue equipment from fire departments all across the United States. Transported back to our logistics center in Chicago, our team of dedicated volunteers then sort, package and pack the equipment into pallet boxes. The contents of each box is selected specifically for the receiving department, based on their unique needs and situation. Once packaged and inspected, the shipment was then trucked to Scott Air Force Base in southern Illinois to be airlifted to waiting fire departments here in Guatemala. Over the past 8 years, AMEDICausa has sent 10 of these airlifts and equipped and trained with over 150 fire departments in Guatemala. But each airlift has its own unique challenges. We are very fortunate to have a lot of good people helping us over the hurdles. The Denton Humanitarian Assistance Program, the U.S. Air Force, the U.S. Embassy in Guatemala, the Guatemalan Air Force, and, of course, all of our in-country volunteers as well. All working together to help provide much-needed assistance to one of the most disaster-prone countries in the world. The logistics of getting all 35 fire departments to meet the aircraft makes it difficult, maybe impossible, to coordinate. A few nearby fire companies are able to get their equipment at the airport, but most of the cargo is loaded for transport to a more convenient distribution site. So, after all their effort getting down here, the aircraft and its crew return to the States for some well-deserved crew rest. We, however, still have some traveling to do. Welcome to Estanzuela, Zacapa. A small agricultural and ranching community in southeastern Guatemala, its location on a principal highway makes it accessible to most of the country. To allow us to distribute donations to the country's fire companies, the city's mayor has given AMEDICausa the privilege of taking over their Central Park and Town Square for an entire weekend. Each of the pallet boxes weighs between 400 pounds and over half a ton. The truck and forklift were invaluable, volunteered to us by local family businesses, but to get them into the fire department vehicles, there is still plenty of good old-fashioned heavy lifting to do. We generally don't encourage peeking at Christmas presents early, but you just can't stop some people. Their excuse was that the box wouldn't fit in the ambulance. Likely story. Oh. Meet Maria Fernanda, Special Assistant to the President of AMEDICausa. Her job is riding herd on 100 firefighters and making sure the correct equipment box goes to the right companies. Despite her apparent lack of situational awareness, she's actually pretty good at her job. With the loading completed, it's time to head back to the fire stations. Here in Cobán, in the Central Highlands, firefighters have received a high-pressure compressor to enable them to fill SCBA air bottles, an essential part of a firefighter's protective gear. Now they can fill tanks for all the stations in the region. Previously, firefighters have had to travel for up to 2 days to reach the compressor in Guatemala City. Other fire companies have personal protective gear, medical supplies and specialized rescue equipment under their Christmas trees. While this video celebrates a happy event, it's important to remember that its purpose is deadly serious. These firefighters are the primary, and often only, providers of emergency services in a land where earthquakes, floods, hurricanes and volcanic eruptions are common. Where there are very few resources to combat fires, medical emergencies or even gang warfare, and where the distance to any aid is often very long. AMEDICausa is proud to be able to assist these brave men and women in any way we can. But wait! There's more. This C-17 Globemaster is carrying the one piece of cargo that would not fit into the KC-10. It is a refurbished fire engine on its way to a new home at Robinal, in Guatemala's mountainous, Baja Verapaz department. In the past, Robinal's fire company has been dependent on bucket brigades and garden hoses to fight fires, or on help from a neighboring company over an hour away. After waiting for so many years, Robinal's 47,000 residents will now, finally, have a fire engine to protect their community. As Santa's official fire service helpers, AMEDICausa couldn't be happier.